So this is the BUUOC remote dog trainer. Forgive me if I said that incorrectly. This is made for dogs that are between 8 to 110 pounds. Unfortunately, my dog was around 5 pounds, and I was under the impression it might work for my dog, but it did not work. It was too loose around his neck, so I couldn't use it. But so I can't give you a demonstration of it, but I'll at least show you what's in the box and how everything works. It's waterproof in the rain and short dips in the water, but not for long-term use underwater. The collar is over 25 inches. There are pairing instructions, so the remote and the collar do come paired together out of the box, but if something does happen and they become unpaired, then you can pair them back together, I mean. It takes about 2 hours to charge the unit if it's from a dead battery, and it should last from 1 to 2 months depending on usage. So let's open it up. So you get some quick instructions, and then you get a full detailed book of instructions. I suggest you read them. The unit is fairly easy, but there are a few little caveats that would help. I have misplaced the instructions, so I don't have the full book, but you do have a quick card. Now first, we'll talk about some of the little stuff that you get. You get a USB-C charging cable, so you will need a wall brick in order to fully charge the unit, or you could hook it up to like a computer or something like that, or a power bank. And then in the baggie, you get some accessories. We'll talk about some of these in just a moment when we look at the collar. So here's the collar. Like I said, it's over 25 inches. And then it just clips together like so. And then here is the actual collar. There's an on and off right here. You just hold it down to turn it on. And then it'll display the battery, how much is left, and you just hold it down to turn it off. It'll beep. So we're going to leave this on though. Let's turn it back on. There we go. And then on the back, here's the USB-C charging port for this right here. And then as long as you keep this closed, this is what makes it waterproof. And then on the back, you have the connectors for the electric shock. So with that, you get a couple different accessories. So you have 2 electric shock contacts, 2 sets. You have a tall and a short, depending on what type of, how much space you need for your dog. And all you have to do is just screw them in. And then if your dog's skin does become irritated, it has 2 actually rubber covers that you put over them. So you can put it over the tall, and they have short ones for the shorter ones. And then also, and I'll demonstrate this a little bit later, it has a testing kit so you can see if the shock feature is actually working. It'll light up, and then the more powerful it is, because you can set it from 1 to 9, it'll light up even brighter. So you have that. And then that's pretty much it for the unit itself here. Now let's talk about the remote. Let's get some of this out of the way. So here's the remote. It has a USB-C charger here. Since this is open, it doesn't have a cover, it is not waterproof. And then here's the on and off switch. You can turn it on here. And then you can see it, forgive the glare. So right now, this is how you change the channel. You can have channel 1 or channel 2. And then here's how you actually activate the unit. So you can do a sound, like so. If you hold the button down, it will beep continuously for about 10 seconds, or you can just press it and it'll beep once. Now then the next button is vibrate, and the unit will vibrate, and if you hold it down, it'll vibrate for a couple seconds, or if you just tap it, it'll just vibrate once. And then here is where you get the electric shock. It's set at 1. You hold it, it'll shock for about 5 times, and then it will stop. Or you can just do it once if you just press the button. Now, I did actually test out the electric shock. Kind of anything below 5 is just kind of like a minor annoyance. But then once you get up to like 9, it is kind of shocking, I would say. I'd say something like a static electricity. That's what it felt like. It was just kind of like, so it wasn't painful. It was just more annoying and irritating, if that makes sense. So I did want to test it out because I'm kind of curious. So I was going to put it on my dog. I'd like to know what it's doing to the dog. So I'm going to test it out on myself. But now how you can control the strength of the different features. So for the noise, it's always set at 9. So you can't change that. It's always going to be a 9. But then for the vibrate and the shock, you just go to the side button. So you hold this button right here, and then it says 1, and then you just move it up and down. And then you go up to 9, and then it goes back down to 1, just like that. And then the same thing for the electric shock feature. You just move it, move it up. Oh, oops, sorry. There we go. And you just hold it, keep pressing it, and it'll switch. And then you just go how high you want it. And then in the instructions, they kind of recommend what strength you should put it at for how much your dog weighs. So it kind of does give you a guideline so you don't overdo it or underdo it. And then you also get this wrist strap that you can put it on so you don't lose the remote control. And let's show you how you test the electric shock feature. So here you want to make sure the rubber pieces are not on, and then you just put the ends over here. Let me see, I can make sure you can see it. And then just press the button. And then I don't know if you see that little flashing light. We're at a 1 right now, so if I move that up to a 9, it should be brighter. See? And now it's brighter. So that's how you know the electric shock's working. But you know me, I just put my finger on it, and here, we'll be brave. It's like I said, it's just like a minor annoyance. Nothing too crazy. So some people in the reviews were kind of concerned, will it hurt, well, in the questions, will it hurt their dog and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's the best thing the dog ever felt, but from touching it, I don't really see any harm coming to the dog with the shock feature. But you don't have to use it. There's 2 other features you can use before you even get to the shock. You can use the sound or the vibrate. So what I like about this is you have a lot of different options. But that is about it. Take care.